Today I'm going to be talking about the dark thriller Emelie. This is a super underrated dark thriller. Um, Released March 4th, 2016. Produced by Andrew Corkin. Written by Richard Raymond and Harry Herbeck. And directed by Michael Thelen, who's also done like other thrillers like Mondays and Run and Return. And he's slowly done like a few things like that, a lot of like music stuff and things like that, which is where most directors actually found their footing. But yeah, this is a pretty surprise hit for me. So Emelie basically follows a young, first there's a young 11-year-old boy and his two siblings, and their parents are going out for their anniversary, and they get a babysitter named Anna. Where I also might spoil this, by the way, but yeah. So they get this babysitter, and it starts off as a normal like night where the babysitter's looking after the kids, and they go out, the parents go out for dinner, but then it slowly starts building into a there's something wrong with this babysitter. She basically torments them a bit. Like they want something, she makes them get it, whether it's on a high shelf or not. And basically, there's some pretty dark stuff in it. Like she feeds like one kid's hamster to the other kid's python in front of them, makes them watch their parents have sex on videotape, and a whole pile of other things that goes dark, and it's very unnerving to watch. Makes you feel a little uncomfortable and feel sorry for the kids and stuff, which is one thing I really like about this film. Also, the realism in this movie is really spot on. But as the story progresses, you slowly start realizing what she's actually there, that her name's actually Emelie, which you can sort of guess from the title. But yeah, and the reason why she's actually there now, this is where the spoilers are going to start coming in, so if you don't want it spoiled, you should probably turn this off, but yeah, or you just listen and don't care. Um, but yeah, so basically once they realize her name's Emelie, she starts telling this bedtime story to the youngest son, and basically it's her who accidentally neglected her child and like accidentally killed her child, and she felt bad. She refers to herself as Mama Bear in the story, and basically her and I think it's her dad. It's not really some dark shadowy figure in the backgrounds and stuff. Who is watching the parents while they're out? Basically helps her try to find the perfect child for her, and she just tries to kidnap it, and it's up to the 11-year-old boy to save the day. So it turns into a dark Home Alone type deal at the end. But yeah, it is very dark and unnerving, especially for parents. I know a lot of people, a couple of people who have kids, told me this film is super disturbing for them and stuff, because there is people out there that do have done stuff like this, and it's pretty sad and disturbing. But overall, the film is really well done. The production value is pretty good. The pacing's good. Acting's really good. I just wish they added a little more creepy substance to it. I know they try to keep it subtle a bit, but then may do a couple other things to make Emelie fight for trying to have the kid more, because the way they ended it seemed like a little basic and not an over exciting climax. It's more like it sort of just fizzles out. But overall, I was really impressed with this movie. Really dark, like I said, the realism's really good, and that it can actually happen to people, and there's people out there that do things like this. So, yeah. So, for all this, besides the wishing that they had a little more tension and stuff, and that, but other than that, I don't really have any complaints at all. It's a nice, quick little watch. It's very unnerving. Even with, like, there's a little bit of horror elements in it and stuff like that, and there's some cool twists and turns in the middle of the film and stuff. So it's definitely worth a watch. Yeah, and I'm gonna give this one 4.5 out of 5. I was super impressed with it. I'm probably gonna hunt it down and buy it. That's how much I liked it. And so yeah, definitely try to find it and check it out, especially if you like thrillers and something that just makes you feel uncomfortable while you're watching it. Like this one doesn't go over the top at all or anything like that. This one just goes straight forward, a realistic, creepy way of how some people might try to do stuff like this. So definitely check it out. It's on Shudder right now too. If you need a place to find it. But yeah, also the trailer's linked down below. It does not do it justice at all. It looked really boring when I watched the trailer, and then when I watched the film, I was blown away. So it gives you the gist of the story though and stuff. So trailer's linked down below. My Instagram's always linked down below, where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the story. In the future on my story, I always mess that up. Anyways, yeah, I also put the film in a hashtag somewhere in the video clip. See if you can find it if you're curious to see what I'm watching. And yeah, other than that, it's a pretty good movie. So yeah, make sure you comment down below if you've seen this. Let me know what you thought. And yeah, make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Yeah, make sure you subscribe because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. I don't think I'm going to do thrillers for a little bit and horror films. I think I'm going to start changing gears a bit and talk about some other types of films. But yeah, so make sure you subscribe. Also, if you have other films you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below. Try to get to them as soon as I can in the future. So yeah, but definitely check this one out. It's really good and completely underrated. So yeah, but with that, I'm off for now. So I'll see you in the next review.